Greetings and salutations. If you have been around for a while, I want to thank you for sticking around. If you are new to the channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. My name is Eric Moss. I am a modern day performing strongman, a motivational speaker, and a personal trainer. Now, being a modern day performing strongman as well as a personal trainer, I know that people have questions for me about my approach to strength, my opinions, my philosophies, that sort of thing. So I started a YouTube series where I would answer your questions with your very own customized video. In order to do that, just drop a question in the comments below and I will try to get to it when possible. So this question comes from Uriel Tobia, and he says, why after 6 to 8 weeks of training do you have to do a rest stage of the isometrics? I'm waiting for the video of how to fold a coin with your hands, Chris Ryder style. Thank you for asking. And I apologize I haven't gotten to that coin video. Actually, I'm going to try to get to that now. So, first, I have not bent any coins. He just kind of showed me the technique at one point, but I haven't actually done it myself, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But what he would do is he would hold it really tight and jam that quarter into his hand really hard. Painful, yes, but that's part of the game. And he would use his legs to help with that. Now, as for the other question of why 6 to 8 weeks do you have to take a rest? Well, for one thing, isometrics can be very deceptively intense. And since you don't really get much muscle damage because there's no movement in the joint actually occurring, people have a tendency to overdo it. Now, as for the 6 to 8 weeks, one of the things is there's a physiological law called the law of accommodation, which is basically, like in the beginning of a program, you make rapid progress. It's a brand new stimulus. But the more times you're subjected to that stimulus, the less adaptation needs to occur because it's kind of like your body figures, hey, whatever this is isn't going to kill me, so I don't have to continue adapting. So now with standard training with weights, you vary it. So it never gets used to the same thing while keeping it similar. Like you can alter the sets, the reps, the load, the order that it's performed in, that sort of thing. Isometrics, basically the answer is, when it comes to overcoming isometrics, is push as hard as you can. There isn't really any load that you're putting on the bar. You can vary the volume a bit, but it's also very specific to the range of motion. I mean, you get strong throughout the entire range of motion, but specifically with my feats is there's only a very short range of motion anyways. Now, what people also don't understand, or I mean, they do understand, but they don't always take it into account. It's not what you do during the session that matters. What matters is what you can effectively recover from in order to continue to make gains. It's like stimulus, recover, adapt. Adaptation is where the strength gains come from. So one of the reasons for taking a bit of time off is to allow your body to catch up to what you're asking of it. And also with like isometrics, if you are working with like an iso chain or something, you can change the range of motion that you're training with. But when you're working on nails or steel bars or something like that, there's not that much of a difference in range of motion, so it doesn't make sense to change it up too much because it's going to kind of be the same anyways. But I hope that answers your question. If you have any additional questions or follow-up questions, drop it in the comments below and I'll create a follow-up video. If anybody else has questions or comments, drop it in the comments below and I'll try to create a customized video for you. And of course, you know how this YouTube thing works. If you like the button, let me know by hitting that like button. If you want to see more of this sort of thing, or if you want to see the chronicles from my shows that I do here and across the country, subscribe to the channel. And if you think anyone should see this, please share it with them. But in the meantime, please stay happy, healthy, and strong. Eric Moss, over and out.